I wish I could keep bringing you the most hammer-fucked bikes on the planet, but unfortunately, this not always the case. This, however, I hope this sv1000 can show you why it's a part out and why it's completely irredeemable, and there's no point of me taking a swing at making it running in any way, shape, or form. Let's go through it and let's see what's good, what's not, and why $1,000 bike. Yes, it had fairings. I took them off already. They're over there in the trash pile because they're beyond gone. One of these sides had a crack. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that thing is irredeemable. But in any case, here's why this bike is a part out. The tank was actually nice. The tank is listed on the site, or should be shortly. The rest of it, not so much. So let's just go through things this bike would need and why I'm not doing it. So first of all, the forks are pitted and leaking. And I bet you, even if I were to do seals, the pitting would just tear them back up again. So forks are toast. The brakes are dragging like crazy, so probably the calipers are seized up. I know the rear I had to take off just to roll the bike around, because look at this joy. Look at this wonderful joy. There's no even pad, it's just breaking with the backing material. You know, whatever. So caliper's gone, rotor's gone, chain was gone. I cut the chain off because, once again, I wanted to roll it, and it was crunchy. Now, for whatever reason, he decided to spray paint the motor black. Probably with like zero masking, but I haven't wiped it down enough to figure out if that was done well or poorly. Definitely poorly, but really poorly, or just somewhat poorly. You can see it kind of, aside from the cobwebs, you can see it kind of flaking off in the distance there. So, brake reservoir, nice and crunchy and crusty and dried to hell. Clutch reservoir, same thing. Obviously, I can't even imagine the color of the fluid in there. It's probably like that. Somehow he managed to punch a hole through the water bottle. I mean, yeah, that's not a big deal, but it is something that is completely hammered. Tires, well, yes, it had tires that were beyond gone. Absolute filth. Like, can't even get to the paint. Just so much nastiness on the rear. Greasy as hell front from the seals leaking on it for a while. The thing drips oil for some reason. Oh yeah, among other things, I did that video from a couple of days ago with the leaking state with the flywheel magnets. Flywheel magnets were gone. This the multi-teeth thing, I can't remember what the name of that gear is, but that was slipping to the point of the bike sounding like a screwdriver, like a power drill, when trying to start it. There's its flywheel with cracked, broken magnets that are migratory. So I might be able to rescue a couple of them out of there. Here's its headlight, one of these two, with the big crack through the entire housing. Not the greatest thing. And just, you know, honestly, just a poor bike. It's just been abused and not taken care of and left outside to die, basically. I originally saw it for sale for like $3,000. Obviously nobody bought it. Then it was for sale for $2,000. Then still nobody bought it. And we got it at $1,000 because it was just so rough. Not sure what's going on with this exhaust mounting, but that is not how that's supposed to go. Also, Top speed muffler. Quality. Q for quality. And another one, also mounted. Are you special? Like, is it that not obvious how to mount it the right way? I mean, hey, the strap is really long, I don't understand. Well, maybe if you put it on one side, it might actually work. Hammered shifter. Hammered, well, everything. Like, it's not beyond saving, but it's not worth saving. Let's just put it that way. Because everything on here is just meh. I'll definitely get my money out of it just from like electronics, from gauge cluster, wheel maybe, if I'm lucky, if it's straight. I doubt it. They're never straight. Some motor parts, whatever, subframe, stuff like that. Like, I'll get my money out of it. It will be a bike that can actually, turn a profit, sort of. But it's just sad to see things like this, and there's no point of this. Like, you have a nice thing. You own a nice thing. You paid good money for it. Why do you let it go to shit? Like, yeah, I get it. Time, skill, money, everything else. It takes energy put in to fight the entropy. But some of this stuff was completely self-imposed. Like, this was not how you say, this isn't like from abandoning it. This is from like just being ham-fisted and having hands that grow out of your ass instead of your head, your shoulders, or your head is in your ass. I don't know. Words are hard. I can't speak today. This thing just makes me sad and angry and everything else at the same time.